right off the bat. There we go. There we go. There we go, guys. Number 3. Holy cow. Look at that right there. Check out that fatty. Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. Hey guys, glad you're here. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. My name's Alan, and today I'm going to do some trout fishing, and I appreciate everyone's support of the channel, and I'm having a good time making these videos, so thank you. So I'm along this river, and there's an outflow from a spring, and I'm going to try to catch some trout down through here. Most of these are going to be rainbows, and we're going to have some fun doing that. I got my 2 ultralights, got a little Aglia size 1 gold Mepps spinner, and the other one I've got like a little tube on it that looks like a minnow. But there's some different things I want to test and check, so we're going to do that. But the 5-foot ugly sticks they both have, I switched back to that 6-pound Invisibraid Invisalign by Berkeley, and one's got the Casking Sharky 2 reel, the other one's got a Lew's Speed Spin 100. All right, so let me get rigged up and we'll get started. All right guys, so I'm gonna start off with this little gold Mepps Aglia. I could fish right under there, but I moved down a little bit because sometimes they'll gather along in here, and there's other ones that'll gather under there, so we may adjust as we need to. But we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Got my gimpy fishing net right down there. I had a hit. I had a hit, guys. Guys, with that such heavy current, I switched to a little heavier. This one's a single hook Mepps XD. This is a number 2. It's got some good weight. It'll get down in there. There we go, check it out. There's my handy dandy net. Oh, get out of that cabbage. Oh. Hey. All right, so here's one. All right, guys. I didn't get the release because I was trying to dig the hook out of him. And this is just a single hook. So I got him back in the water. I love throwing this Mepps XD. Any of these Mepps, you don't need to crank them too hard, just enough so they get the blade going. Oh, I missed him. So it's got some little feathers on there to hopefully entice them. But this makes it a little bit more challenging using a single hook instead of a treble. All right, guys, we're hooked up. Ooh, this is a nice one. All right. So there we go. Not as big as that other one though. All right, guys, on to the next one. Alright, I'm going to shelf this one for a little bit and go with this little tube and see what happens. So I've got this little tube here. Looks like a little minnow. Oops, there we go. We'll try that, see how it goes. There may be too much current for it, but we'll give it a shot. Guys, I think I'm hooked up. I am hooked up. On that tube, it was pretty much instantly. Nice. This one's a keeper right here. Ooh, I think he choked that anyway. All right, guys, that one, he was hooked way deep in there, so I'm keeping him. Still throwing this little tube on a trout magnet. A lot of current flowing through here. Oh, almost had one. Temperatures like mid 80s. No, actually low 80s. Supposed to get up to the mid 80s. Just enough breeze to keep the bugs away. Ooh, something jumped down there. Let's go check this out. There were times I walked all the way down to the end of the trail there to fish. Alright guys, I'm going to throw this little single hook jerkbait here. This is from Everett Lures, or the Maine Trout Whisperer, I think is what he goes by now. He's got a whole bunch of these that he makes. Oh yeah, that's going to look good. Okay guys, so my pattern is to start there and work my way down. Yeah, that looks good in the water. All right, guys, I switched to another one. Little jerk bait, looks like this. I think that may be a mega, came with my Mega Bass subscription, or it could be a Rapala. I'm not sure. All right, guys, so I lost that jerk bait in the rocks. Now this one is one I found fishing. It's got to be a Rapala, old school, googly-eyed, and I put single hooks on it. We're gonna see what this one looks like in the water. It's never been thrown. I fixed it last summer and never had a chance to use it. It's just a little crankbait. So we're gonna give this a shot and see how it goes. I'm gonna move down here to the falls, because it seems like there's some bigger fish in here. Oh yeah, that works great. That's a cool little lure. Probably a bass lure, but we're gonna see if it works on trout. Pretty neat. Comment below if you know what kind of a lure this is or who made it. Maybe a vintage Rapala. I tried to clean it up a little bit. There were no hooks on it. Well, there was one hook on the back, but it was just all rusted the treble, but there was only one arm of the treble. Okay guys, last cast on this little bug-eyed little crankbait. Alright, I'm gonna switch to an off-brand spinner, not a Mepps, but another one. Alright guys, so this one's a full, it's a Mepps knockoff. I'm thinking it would be a size 3 maybe, 2. It's got some good weight on there. I'm not sure if that came with my Mega Bass subscription or if it came with my mystery tackle box, like the walleye or smallmouth bass box. But we're gonna give this a shot. We're gonna go deep over here. Oh, it looks good in the water. Alright guys, I switched back to the Mepps XD. It's got like a little orange color. It's got some good weight on it. A snag. All right, guys, one more cast down along on this stretch, and we're gonna move. We may go to one of the ponds or to the other outflow vent. Man, that looks good in the water. If you've never tried these Mepps XDs, go for it. I've caught trout on sizes 2 and 3. A little bit of cabbage. One more toss down there. There's a lot more current than I'm used to. There's been so... Ooh, I had a hit and I lost him, guys. There he is. Right there. He came back for it. Bank flip. Check that fatty out. Whew. All right. All right, guys. So I moved over to one of the trout ponds. Yeah, it's a little weedy down here, but I've caught some trout in here before. DNR trout hatchery guys were talking to me for a little bit. I was asking them all kinds of questions about how they keep the flow of water going through. There's a trout right there. He's on the surface. But this water sure is stained. A lot of times it's nice and clear and you can see in there. So I'm still using this Mepps XD orange. Just gonna keep firing it out there. We'll see what we get. Those guys, I gotta go around and cut a bunch of these little saplings that they don't, I guess they're not part of this area or whatever. That's gonna suck. All right, guys, I'm gonna toss this little feels like a little minnow, this little tube down there. See if I can get anything out of the outflow. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? All right, guys, it's gonna wrap it up for me for today. Had a lot of fun out here. Hey, if you know what kind of lure that was, that funny googly-eyed Rapala looking thing, that vintage one, let me know. Kind of curious about that. It was one I found last year and I fixed. But I don't have a clue. So maybe one of you guys knows. And then that's gonna do it. I had a great day fishing today. It was a lot of fun. Let's see if I can get one more in here. That was gonna be the name for my channel. Just one more cast. Because I'm always doing that. Just one more, even when I was a kid. If we were cane, oops, I short armed that one. If we were cane pole fishing, my grandparents' farm, the creek right there, we'd always say, just one more toss. One more toss. And then my dad would take us fishing. We're gonna leave in 15 minutes. 15 minutes would show up, nah, just one more cast, one more cast. I'm telling you guys, it can be expensive, but it's a great hobby, sport, whatever you want it to be. I pretty much have a good idea which lures work for me, which ones I'm gonna keep in my regular stash. All right, nothing on the spinner in here. Oh, piece of cabbage. All right, guys, until next time, I'll see you then. Hey, have a good one. I hope all your fishing fun goes well. That you're catching stuff. Let me know if you're using anything new in terms of lures and what kind of fish you've been catching. All right, guys, take it easy.